Hi, and welcome to the CCSI Cost Containment Services video. So you've successfully launched your cloud migration and your organization's workloads are moving to the cloud. Everything appears to be going great. This is excellent. But then all of a sudden, the bills start coming in. The cloud was supposed to save you money. So why is this happening? Why are your bills not matching your expectations? You start pouring over your confusing billing data. You have endless purchasing options to choose from. You try to reduce your costs and get control of your cloud spend, but the data is fractured and incomplete. Even your best efforts are doomed for failure. What you lack is clear, concise, and accurate information on your cost, usage, performance, and security. You need the visibility to see your entire multi-cloud environment in a consolidated, easy-to-understand format. You need the tools to help create and continually run a cost and performance optimized architecture that can scale without added complexity. Finally, you need to be able to automate control of your assets, enforcing business and security policies based on custom governance definitions. CCSI's Cloud Cost Containment as a Service helps you peel back the layers of complexity to find cost savings and create rules to gain permanent control over your cloud spend. We break this process into 7 areas. We collect the data, we gather information about your entire multi-cloud environment. We consolidate all that data. We take all the information from all of those data sources and consolidate it into a central repository for evaluation and reporting. We evaluate the data, using the tools available to assist in evaluating the data to make the most cost-effective and performant architecture possible. We can generate reports to share visibility with other groups in the organization and to the executive team. We can optimize your workloads, create optimizations based on recommendations like right sizing and reserved instance purchasing. And we can create guardrails for cost and rules to ensure your infrastructure stays compliant to your business objectives and security concerns. And we can automate this whole process, take all of the above and create automated actions to ensure there are no unpleasant cost or security surprises. The key areas of cloud visibility are: how do I know which groups are consuming the cloud? Which people in my organization, which departments are consuming the most spend? Who should care about this data? In general, it's going to be your key business stakeholders, the heads of the departments, your CFO, even your CEO is going to care. We can generate simple reports showing both the technologies that are being used and their spend levels, and also what people and groups are using which technologies and how much they're spending. So you can see in this report here that Vikram is using the most resources, and they happen to be EC2 resources. So if you feel that's inappropriate, you would go talk to Vikram and say, hey, what's going on? We also have the ability to create dashboard style reports. This would be for a nice C-level executive showing your current spend and trends over the last 6 months. These reports can all be scheduled and sent out on a regular basis, or you can run one-off versions of them and customize them directly from your portal. The key areas of cost optimization to improve your total cost of ownership: you want to make sure that any idle or unused assets are gotten rid of. This isn't just your EC2 instances. This would also be any EBS volumes, any S3 buckets, anything that's sitting out there unused. Any oversized or over-provisioned instances. Do I have any instances that are way bigger than what I need? If I downsize them, I can save significant amounts of money. And the AWS and Azure both have built-in cost optimization through reservations, where you basically guarantee that you're going to use a resource for 1 to 3 years. And you can save significant amounts of money. And you can pay upfront, which will save you even more money. And you can do all those calculations and play all those what-if games through our portal. You can optimize your workloads and your environments. This would be one of the reports that are generated. So immediate savings based on this report is $7,559 a month. You can sell or modify or convert one R3 extra large and shrink it down, and your savings will be gigantic. I mean, these are all the different, if you look at the report here, these are all the different savings mechanisms that are there. It looks for unattached EBS volumes, old EC2 snapshots, unassociated elastic IPs, any idle reservations that aren't being used, any servers that are completely underutilized. This will help in cutting all of those costs. And it can look at a machine by machine layer, and you can see the score of how utilized CPU, memory, disk, and network is. And if you load the agent on the server, you can get even more in-depth information than just from AWS or Azure. You can also click on any of the statistics to see a historical view to make sure that, you know, if I shrink this machine, is it going to get crushed during peak utilization? And in this case, it wouldn't. And then we can also manage governance. Key areas of governance: is my spend going to exceed my budget? Your CFO probably wouldn't like that. Configuration policies: you want people using tags and using them consistently and using them correctly. You can now tell the application to either remove instances that aren't tagged properly or send notifications for instances that are spun up without proper tags. And security policies: are my environments continually secure? Our system works off the CIS framework of security controls as its standard. You can customize that and add your own custom tweaks to what's important to you. And also, can I automate all these repetitive tasks, or do I have to have somebody sitting there actually doing it? Well, you can actually automate almost everything in the system. Here's an example of automating turning a machine on and off for when it's used and when it's not used. The system is in use from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So you can see here, run every day at 5 a.m., start the Amazon EC2 instance. And then the one behind it is to run it every day at 6 p.m. to turn off the instance, or at 9 p.m. to turn off the instance. You can check for unattached EBS volumes. When an EBS volume has been unattached for a week and the EBS volume tag name does not contain never delete, then you can send an email to this person, sandbox at cloudhealth.com. You can wait for an approval. And if an approval doesn't come after a set period of time, you can run a Lambda job to delete the EBS volume. You can govern your security policies and validate that they're all being used. This runs continuous daily scans of your environment to make sure that you are in compliance with the CIS framework, and also it also allows you to customize the settings so that things that might not be high to you but are high for other people, you can make adjustments for them. And unlike a lot of applications, we don't just report on it and say, hey, this is broken. We also give you recommended actions. Here's what we would recommend that you do. And throughout the entire system, this is what takes place. We tell you where there's an issue and what the recommended action is to resolve it. I hope you've enjoyed this quick look into CCSI's cost containment. Please feel free to reach out to us. You can reach us on the web at www.ccsInet.com, or follow us on Twitter at CCSInet, or you can follow me. I'm at DevOpsDad on Twitter. Thank you very much for your time. I look forward to seeing you next week.